Hey there, in this video I'll be going over how to create a LinkedIn auto DM bot. So basically the biggest thing is you've probably seen a ton of these posts on LinkedIn where somebody is sort of making a post about something that people want. They do mention sort of a keyword to sort of add in the comments, and then from there they'll send you whatever they're sort of pitching. And I have an example right here. And just the one thing with this, right, is if you're not using an automation to do this at the moment, you'd probably be doing this manually, right? So you'd go, for example, Luis here wasn't following me, so I couldn't send him that message. You have to ask, hey, go connect with me. It's like, there's just a lot of back and forth. In other cases, like you just send it directly. So it's very, very tedious, especially as you get higher and higher in terms of like the comment count. So in this video, I'll be going over how to create, an automation that does this for you, so you never have to do it again, and it handles sort of the distribution of the asset instead of you having to manually do it here and there throughout the day. So first things first, we are going to be using the tool Trigify to do this. If you're not familiar with the tool, very, very useful tool. We run a lot of cold email campaigns off of this data. Really, like, essentially, just to give you like a quick recap of what they do, is you can scrape your competitors, or honestly, scrape's the wrong word. It's more track your competitors' LinkedIn engagement. So what you're able to do is every time somebody likes one of your competitors' posts or your own posts or comments on a post, you can analyze what they said, what the post was about, and then sort of make sort of filtering based on that of like, is this sort of the type of lead that I want to be interacting with? Should I add them to a campaign that I'm running? And usually it performs really well just because the people interacting with content in your world are typically they're more likely to be in the market for your service offering. So that's kind of the logic behind that. But in this case, we're using the same mechanics to help us sort of track our own posts. And when somebody says that keyword that we mentioned, we want to send that asset to them. So we're not over here doing it manually and handling all these replies. So back to Trigify. So you'll go here, create your account, and then you will head over into the engagement groups section. You'll go to all leads, and then you'll have to create your profile. So you'll probably get a prompt if this is your first time in the tool. Like, you'll get prompted of like, add your LinkedIn URL. Another way to do it, if you already have one, is to go to manage. And then with the, I believe it's called Essentials plan, you can add up to 5. You'll just go here, add profile, and then paste in your URL. I already have mine right here, so I won't be doing it in this video. So update here, and then you will go into here, and then basically you're creating a webhook that every single time you get a like or a comment from this tracker, it'll send it to your Clay table. So that's what you're looking to do, and then go through the steps of syncing it just to finalize it, and then you will be all set with having your profile tracking set up, at least in Trigify. So at this point, you can get off Trigify. You don't need the tool anymore. And this is what it looks like in Clay. So you're going to have a table, and I'll have this table in the description, so don't worry about it. You'll be able to just copy it. But what you're able to do is first have a webhook. That is that source I shared, and I'll be changing this, so don't try to send me anything, please. But yeah, so what you can sort of output out of this is like post URL, what was the actual post, and then for our purposes, we're going to be looking for people who have commented the word playbook, just because that was one of the more recent ones that I did. And then you can extract all the different things that you need about this lead. And then as well, for my purposes, I won't be using people's first names, but you could clean them up before sending them out. And then as well, you could base other workflows off of this, right? Like, you could be also filtering for like people who comment, only send it to them if X conditions are true. But ideally, if you're running a DM post, you're kind of agnostic and you send it to everybody. Maybe you have another workflow for likes and comments where you sort of have another campaign sort of running off of that. That's definitely what I recommend. But yeah, so in this case, I'll just quickly, I'll build this super quickly. So you'll create your campaign in HeyReach, which is what's going to be sending the asset. You're going to make it a one message sequence, so I won't be going over how to do that. It's super, super simple. And then every single time you run one of these DM posts, you're going to create a new column. You'll title it whatever the comment is, or if you want to call it post one, that works. And then sort of the biggest thing for you is, so two things. So maybe we won't be using this. So honestly, that's not bad. So what we'll do is, so it'll be sort of a double check. So first piece being the post starts with most teams lose deals in the inbox, and comment contains, in our case, playbook, which is because that's the keyword. And people could be like, the reason we do contains and not is because people can add maybe like playbooks, looking forward to it, or like they could add emojis. So we just don't want it to be super, super strict. We just want to make sure it includes it. And then as well, adding even more protection, we are making sure that it's that post. Honestly, what you could do, no, it doesn't make sense. What I was going to say is, and engagement type is like comment. Like that's something you could do, but somebody could leave a comment, but also not want the asset. So you want to make sure that they actually say the keyword. So that's why we're going to leave it like this. So you'll run this, generate a formula. Starts, I think that's off, only run if, starts with, cool. So yeah, so that would be the workflow. You'd attach the right campaign that you want. In our case, like we're not going to be using the first name, but HeyReach is forcing us to add it, so we'll add it. Add the LinkedIn URL for sure. We don't need the email. And that would be the entire workflow. So every time you have a new post, you create the campaign in HeyReach, you sort of prepare what you want to send those people. Of course, before setting this part up, you quickly create this, and then week to week or whenever you're launching these, quickly duplicate this, whatever, change the keyword, change the campaign, change the keyword here, and like the post text, and then you'll be good to go. And this will track all of your engagement. And then one of the nice things is it'll let you go all the way up to 50,000 engagements. And then once you sort of get close, like you'll be in here very often, so you'll be able to stay on top of it. When you get close to 50,000, you can just delete all the likes just because they're irrelevant in this campaign. And that'll make a ton of space. Or you could even do everything before a specific date. So very easy to manage. And then as well, 50,000 engagement is going to probably last most people watching this a very long time. So yeah, regardless, this is the entire workflow. I hope you found value in it, and I will catch you in the next one. All right, bye-bye.